It's not just rock and roll. It's Holy Joe rock and roll. You're listening to the Holy Joe Rock and Roll Show. It's not just rock and roll. It's Holy Joe rock and roll. You're listening to the Holy Joe Rock and Roll Show. It's not just...
What up, everybody? It is your boy, Holy Joe Rock and Roll. This is live and unscripted. Saturday, 3:20 a.m., January 27th, in the year of our Lord, 2018. I'm still recovering from the cold water shower bullshit, but as you can see, I'm a little bit better than I was yesterday. And I want to talk to you today about how the right got punked by a trans-mutant. Alright, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to get into it. Get into it on my Twitter. And I hate to make this into a beef, because I don't have any beef with anybody on the right, okay? Because there's enough of us that we can win any conflict, but I think there's a lot of... We're more individualistic, right? If you're on the right. Now, I don't classify myself as any category of the right. I consider myself center right, whatever that means. But if you look at JFK, John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy, listen to his speeches, he was what would be considered today as center right. So, does that make me a JFK Democrat? Or is a JFK Democrat from 1963 a center-right Republican of today? I leave it up to you. That's just a really rhetorical question. But I'm talking about in terms of economics, in terms of tax policies. What Trump has been talking about and implementing is very similar to actually what JFK is doing. People are comparing him to what Ronald Reagan did. But listen to the speeches that JFK gave on tax policy, and you'll be very surprised. Now, let's see if I can flip this. Bam. Kapow! Okay, this is my Twitter feed right here, and what started it off was I got the chat up. I got Super Chat. If you want to contribute to this channel, keep it alive, hit me up with the Super Chat. That would be great. Whenever I hear Super Chat, I think of Super Tramp. Remember Super Tramp? That was a band from the 1970s. But I digress. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the chat that I had, or the tassel I had with. First started out with Mike Cernovich. Okay, I got nothing against Mike Cernovich, but here it is. That's sort of the end right there. But Mike, what happened, man? What happened to guerrilla mindset? Okay, so here's the tassel. Okay. Mike Cernovich is saying that the trans-mutant, I'm just going to call it trans-mutant, because I don't know if Bradley Manning actually has had his dick chopped off. Technically, the dick is not chopped off. It's filleted and then inverted and then inserted inward. Okay, that's a medical procedure known as transformation or transgenderation. And, of course, you kind of cut off the testicles, okay, because they're useless if you're going to be a woman. So think about that. Fillet your cock, invert it, insert it into the body. And then, of course, because it is considered a foreign object to the body wants to destroy it or actually close it down. Whatever. Let's not get into it. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's not normal. And it is just an acceleration of the mental illness. The mental illness. Oh, I've been giving a suggestion to call them dickless. That's also another way to contact. But trans-mutant. Because I don't know what else. Let's just call it trans-mutant, because it's still not been confirmed if he has been filleted and inserted inwardly and upwardly, what have you. Okay, but anyhow, I got no big beef with Cernovich. He is a blowhard, he is a braggart, and among other things, but he has been fairly accurate on a lot of things, and he's fun to watch sometimes, okay? Michael Thomas. Dude, I knew a guy named Michael Thomas in junior high school, and he got killed in a drug deal in Chicago. Are you back from the dead? Mike Thomas. Oh, that's Michael Thompson. Sorry, I got excited there, man. I thought maybe he was in the Federal Witness Protection Program. Now, his name was Michael Thomas. I got Michael Thompson. Sorry, I'm digressing. You're distracting me, man, but that's all right. Let's get back on to things. So listen, here's the story. Mike Cernovich was proclaiming the Trans-Mutan, also known as Bradley Manning or Chelsea Manning, was a hero because look, it was a flaming faggot, okay? I think it was during the Don't Ask, Don't Tell part of the time frame. But Bradley Manning released classified information into the public via WikiLeaks, and Cernovich claims that this was witness or evidence of war crimes. Now, what did you see, what did you read from these transcripts or from this release of materials? I can tell you what I remember. The only thing I remember is the helicopter incident. There was supposedly some bad guys, this is during the war in Iraq, some bad guys in some shithole village that were shooting at the helicopter or shooting something, and the helicopter was called in, helicopter gunship was called in to lay down some suppressing fire, okay? So it lit up, and it had a gun camera on it, and it lit up this area and killed a couple people, or whatever. Then a bunch of other people came, and it lit these people up too, okay, the people that were helping the people. Now, the war crime accusation comes from our enemy claiming that the people that were shot by the helicopter were journalists, when in fact they were fucking terrorists. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to curse on this so it can be hopefully monetized. But I think when they transcribe TRANS-MUTAN, probably will be automatically demonetized. But that's neither here nor there. Now, that's what I remember from what Bradley Manning released. Absolutely nonsense. Absolutely traitorous activity. Him and Birdahl, same thing. Freaking traitors. The punishment for being a traitor is death. Now this freak, the reason why he did this is because he was a homosexual, admitted into the army under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell, where he was supposed to remain in the closet, basically. But he wanted to go public with his behavior, with his brain abnormality. Let's just be honest about it. It's not a normal biological function to be homosexual. Take something that's fertile and make it infertile. That's not normal. That will lead to the end of the species. So it's not biologically, scientifically speaking, that is not rational. Right? All you leftists believe in science. Well, that's science. Why are you science denying, leftist? Why do you deny the science of biology? That it takes a man and a woman to recreate, to procreate. And that if you take something that is fertile, potentially fertile, and make it sterile by making it homosexual, you end the species. So you're denying science. Anyhow, I digress. Sorry about this. Let me get a few digressions here. This is live. This is totally unscripted. I wanted to come out while it's fresh in my mind, while I got my voice back a little bit. Still a little bit recovering from this flu. Definitely was a flu. Some kind of influenza. Some kind of flu virus. Is freaking crazy. So he was a homosexual. He is homosexual. Wanted to come out of the closet. He was denied that. He got pissed off at his people. And this is what he did as sort of a backstab your parents, right? That's really what this is all about. Because he wanted to get the transgender surgery for whatever reason. Look, if you're gay, you're gay. You don't have to be a woman to be gay. You know what I'm saying? If you're gay, you're gay. Now, only in Iran is it mandatory that if you are gay, if you convert into a woman physically, then they'll leave you alone. Otherwise, you're dead, okay? Crazy fact, fun fact, folks. What country performs the most transgender surgeries? Think about it. You're probably thinking Thailand. That would be my first thought, but it's actually Iran for the reason I just gave. I kind of let the dog out of the bag, cat out of the bag. But I digress. Let's get back on topic. Okay, so Cernovich claims that he claimed initially, or in the past, that Bradley Manning was a hero because he revealed war crimes. Now, I challenged him on that. I don't know how I can look at the freaking thread here. He's claiming that. Hang on. See, can I get into this? How can I follow the thread? Is this the thread? No. More. I can't. How do I follow the damn thread here? Oh, maybe here. Okay, so this is the thing. So, man, that's just part of the damn thread. Man. Yeah, man. Belgium, welcome. I'm also sleepless. I'm suffering from this cold. I can't even sleep. When I do sleep, it's a different time zone, seems like. But I called out Cernovich on his support of Chelsea Manning, TRANS-MUTAN, that he was not a hero. And he wrote back something about Chelsea's at the event, his Night for Freedom, which I would have gone to if I was in the USA, but I'm not in the USA. Listen, Cernovich, bring that shit to Poland. Bring it to Krakow or Warsaw. Bring it to Warsaw. I'll go. You'll have a lot of people if you do a Night of Freedom in Warsaw or Krakow, Poland. You talked about Hungary. You know, no offense to Hungary. Hungary's cool and all, but fuck Hungary. Come to Poland, all right? Do a Night of Freedom in Poland. You'll have. You saw there were 60,000. They said 60,000. It was more than 100,000 people marching on Independence Day. So do that shit in Poland. You'll see what happens. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome here. So I challenged him on that. He claimed that, again, he claimed in the tweet that this Manning freak was a hero because it revealed war crimes. And I disagreed with him. Then what happened? Today I was watching Cernovich give one of his live podcasts or whatever you want to call it, periscopes, and he starts talking. This is the bullshit part about Cernovich, how he's the world's greatest strategic thinker, and I'm thinking, dude, trans man just punked your ass. You know, you let him into the freaking party, and this fucking freak punked your ass. Chelsea's not a hero. You can't trust a traitor. You can never trust a traitor. And this is why, when America was great, we're making America great again, but back in the great days, and that's not too long ago, if you were a homosexual, you could not get a security clearance because, number one, you couldn't be trusted, number two, you could be easily compromised, and number three, because you were a fucking mentally retarded person. Being homosexual was not considered a legit, what do you want to call it? A legit flavor to be. If you wanted to have a top secret or any kind of security clearance, or you wanted to be in the military, it just wasn't legit because it doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, it's not legit. Hello? Yo, man, where's Johnny Cocker when you need him? Yo, rise him up from the dead, man. If it doesn't fit, it's not legit. Yo, give me a thumbs up for that, baby. Hit me with a thumbs up if you like that. If it doesn't fit, it's not legit. So, that lifestyle, it's just not legit. Whatever. Now, Milo, you know, I like watching Milo, so he's funny as hell. Honestly, half the time I really think he's pretending. He's so freaking on fire that honestly, I honestly thought he was just pretending to be a flaming homosexual as a caricature of someone on the right someone who could be on the right who was a flaming homosexual. Regardless of that, listen, I would rather that they kept it to themselves. Nobody needs to know about my sexual proclivities. I don't need to know about your sexual proclivities. And for sure, anything that doesn't fit, which is not legit, doesn't need to be taught to any of my children when they're in grade school, elementary school, what have you, right? That should be something that can be discussed at home, in the church, or what have you. That's where that should be taught, seriously. So, so anyways, let's get back to this thing. I'm sorry, I really should have scripted this out a little bit, but I didn't. So listen, here's the tweet. So I say, Cernovich, now that XY Chelsea, which is this transmutation person, effed you over on your event and you had to call him a loser, I should have said, do you still stand by your I'd vote for her tweet, and you called yourself the greatest strategic thinker? Fuck you, man. You are full of shit. Excuse me, that's how it should have come out. But I'm using Siri to do the tweet. And, oh yeah, I told you the fag was bad from the get-go. So, that's what it is. So this is, okay, so here, I don't know if so then Cernovich writes back, we don't disagree. I'm sure you're against war crimes. You've just been brainwashed by media and propaganda. Daniel Ellsberg and WikiLeaks have made a persuasive case that Chelsea Manning is an actual hero. The war-profiting corporate media are the real traitors. The war-profiting corporate media are the real traitors. We got this. Okay, so that's what happened. So, okay, so I don't even know how this timeline is. So that's what he said. So he says we don't disagree. So I'm thinking that we don't disagree on the new point, which is that he no longer supports Chelsea Manning in his whatever transmutant run for Senate in Maryland. This person has absolutely no credentials. Was she a specialist in the Army, or a private first class, or specialist in the Army? Which is, I mean, it's like dog catcher. I mean, it's not even, dog catchers have more clout training than this person. So I say we disagree. I don't know how it came this out. I see it. Okay. We disagree. I saw war, no war crimes. That's what I saw was war. I saw no war crimes. I see a traitor. He did not use the chain of command. His homosexuality was his motivation. He is a fraud. Was he a private or specialist? No experience. Abomination candidate. So this is before, this is January 17th. That's on January 17th when I tweeted that out to him. Okay? So that was the tassel about supporting Chelsea Manning for Maryland Senate. The Maryland Senate run that it supposedly has announced. Now, since then, that's when I came back. So then I saw his new thing. He was complaining about the mutant lying about the Night for Freedom, which it's obvious it was a lie, because the video that I've seen. Yeah, okay. Okay, I got some of the best researchers here. Brian Manning, trans man, was a private. He was either in the E1 to E3 range. I think E3 could be a specialist, known as a specialist. E3. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Definitely, dude had no college, as far as I know. Just right out of high school. And considered himself an intelligence expert. Listen, I don't have to talk about any of the stuff that I've done when but I know what intelligence experts look like, and for reals people, Trans Man is no intelligence expert, and you can see it in his behavior after going to the Night for Freedom event, where you have video of him interacting with all these people. They appear to be cordial to him, her, it, Trans Man. Now, if I was there, I don't know if I would be cordial, but I would just try. I would, first of all, be like, listen, man, I'm just curious. Have you got the surgery? I would be just curious. Have you got the surgery? I'm just curious, man. Because what the F, man? I would never want to have that removed. And that's the reason why some 40-50% of people who do undergo the surgery actually commit suicide, because as a man, you're used to being in control of certain things. And when that's filleted and inverted and inserted, you no longer have much control over anything. And it's not what you expected, right? Put another way, as Michael Thompson has suggested, ask them how many inches they cut off, all right? That brings up another joke. Hang on. The joke is, I've been circumcised twice. Really? Yeah, it grew back. In fact, I'm thinking about going back for a third cut. Bump. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Thank you. No, but seriously. So that kind of brings us up to date, I think. All right, so Cernovich claimed that he was a great strategic thinker. Meanwhile, totally missing the point that he supported this trans man, and then the trans man comes to his event and lies about the event. And the whole point is, look, you can't trust a trans man. You simply cannot. How can you trust a trans man? I mean, you simply can't. And why can't you? Because there's something mentally wrong with that person. Would you trust a retard? Would you trust a retard with your daughter, or with your son, or to drive your babies home? I mean, you wouldn't. And that's what you have to think about when you're talking about these kind of people. Listen, you can hate the sin, love the sinner, but when you got a effed up brain, let's find a cure. Okay, Mark Dice has t-shirts that says, liberalism, find a cure. How about, transgenderism? Let's find a cure, right? If it's a mental disorder, why aren't we looking for a cure? Why are we embracing this tragic abomination of a mental disorder? Now, whether it's biological, or you're born into it or not, who the hell cares? It's a problem. Nature versus nurture. I don't think anybody really cares. Who cares? So, what do we got over here? All right. Yeah, okay, so then I say this, and then Cernovich comes back and says that he... Hang on. What the hell happened here, man? I can't find the damn tweets here. We don't disagree. I'm sure you're against war crimes. You've just been brainwashed by the media propaganda, blah, blah, blah. I said that we... How the hell do you fucking do this, man? Yeah, I agree that people are not born that way. It's all nurtured, or it's simply lying to yourself. So Cernovich, I believe without him saying it, agrees that he no longer is supporting Chelsea Manning for Senate, but he still believes that she might be a hero for releasing classified information into the public. Okay, which didn't change anything. It didn't end the war. It didn't bring back people from the dead. It didn't do anything positively. Okay, it just irritated people. Okay, now, 24 minutes into this, the second part of this is who brought Chelsea Manning to the party. It was Cassandra Fairbanks. Now, I don't know this woman. She seems like a fairly normal person, I guess. The only reason why I know is because I heard her name, that she came with Cassandra Fairbanks, and then there was a video in my stream of Cassandra Fairbanks explaining what had happened. Now, in Cassandra Fairbanks' own words, she said that she was communicating with Bradley Manning, trans man, for years, while this freak was in prison serving time for treason. Okay? That's what she says in the thing, okay? And then when he gets out, it turns out that they live actually kind of close to each other, and they got together for coffee, and they just talked. They were just, just talking. And then she invited him to this thing, okay? Now, I'm using Siri to type the tweet because it's a pain in the ass to type on the damn iPhone. Big ass fucking man hands that I have, alright? Yeah. I can promise you these hands are normal size, and if there's any question about what's down there, it's all perfectly working fine. What did Trump say? That was so awesome how he worded that. So what I wrote to her, the tweet that contained her Periscope was, I hope all you pussies recognize you can never trust a transgender traitor. Ever. Now notice traitor is spelled Traitor. I had to fix that because Siri didn't spell it as a traitor, spelled it as a trader. Traders. Someone who trades goods, okay? Continuing, this is the reason traitors should be are put to death. Manning is and never was a hero. That's what I wrote. Now notice that traitors, the second time around, I didn't correct it. I thought that Siri would have recognized when I said traitor. Okay? But it spelled it as traitors. And you see R came as or. And I just immediately sent it out. Now, what does Cassandra Fairbanks reply with? Now, I don't falter on it. I don't have anything negative to say about her. But she wrote back, I would have been annoyed by this tweet, but instead I'm just super confused about how you spelled traitor correctly once and then fucked it up the second time. And I had to explain to her that, that's what Siri did, okay? And look, I got a retweet by KECIA, Kepsia. Got a retweet by Kepsia. I got a bunch of retweets. I hope all you pussies recognize you can never trust a transgender traitor. Okay? So that's pretty badass. Got a bunch of retweets on that. And look at that. I got a bunch of shit over here. Oh, maybe that's where you click on. No. What do you click on, man? How do you see reply? I don't want to reply. I never use this damn app. More. Report. I want to see the whole thread. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so here's the explanation right here. I wrote to her, Siri constantly gets the spelling incorrect. I manually corrected the first time. Who gives a F about the spelling? Do you understand the point? You cannot trust effing traitors, and this trans B is no hero. Okay, look at it. It angers me that people treat... This is somebody totally different. Hey, wow, I found the thread. This is the thread. It angers me that people treat being trans as negative. By all means, be against some... for valid reasons, but attacking... Gender identity. Dude, if it doesn't fit, it's not legit. Trans is mental. Find a cure. How badass is that, huh? Okay. This is why I love you. Cassandra rules. This is why I love you. What is that? Okay. Because voice recognition failed, the speaker said traitors are, and voice recognition heard traitors are. Seems pretty obvious to me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's correct. Also traitors. Yep, that's true. Look at this. A lot of positive comments here. You can't be a fence sitter. Chelsea Manning has gone to the dark side. Look, I got some positive stuff here, man. Laughing out loud to Cassandra rules is and never was. Correct. I like that. The best is when you say you're uneducated. The tweet is unavailable, so I don't know what that's about. I hate day traders too. That's hilarious. I'm not going to give it a like, but that's hilarious. Doesn't matter how it's spelled, it's accurate. Yeah, bam! John R. Suits the second. Yo, man. Give you a shout out. ILOL, man. Bam! That's just, Manning is no good thing. Good come out of it, and that is fortunate. What? Manning is no good thing. Good came out of it, and that is fortunate. Okay. Sound like a retard. Lights are in my eyes, people. Lights are in my eyes. I can read. Okay, I can read. Baby, I can read. But in order to make this a clear signal, I got lights in my eyes. So I agree he was never a hero, and also it was a traitor. Wim Hof, I'm going to sue your ass. Fucking made me sick with your damn cold shower bullshit. Wim Hof. Half-truth. Claiming that you power yourself up by hyperventilating. When you hyperventilate, you... What? You actually increase the amount of carbon dioxide in your system, and you can pass out like that, right? Don't you remember? Kids in grade school that were hyperventilating, teacher would get a bag put on their mouth so they would not hyperventilate. Alright, anyways, man. Wim Hof, man. Yeah, Wim Hof. He has got gray fat. He's got gray fat. Whale blubber. Even though he's skinny. That's what keeps him warm. Whatever. Yeah, see? See, that's true? Yeah, I guess it depends, man. It's just, whatever. It's placebo effect. Although, look, I'm not saying that you can't condition yourself. There was one winter, this is a quick aside, there was one winter when I was in my probably late 20s, and I for some reason, probably it was because I was in my late 20s, or maybe my early, I gotta say, it was my late 20s probably. And it was snow on the ground, it was cold, and my body... maybe it was what I was eating or whatever, but my metabolism was so high, I guess. I was producing so much body heat that I was not cold. And I a little bit psyched myself up saying that I'm not cold, and I would go outside with no jacket on, okay? And drive around or whatever, do my errands with no coat. And I did that for one winter. Probably my mid to late 20s. One winter. It worked. That one winter. Okay? So anyhow, whatever. Because the second one is plural. And made a grammatical error too, man. You guys probably used voice to text. Correct. That's what I did. Wow, this is cool. How do you quote stuff like hero then? You stupid fuck. Can you use voice to... Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Use voice to punctuate. You can always edit over it and insert quotes. Exactly. All right, so that's cool. That worked. And I'm not sure how I got that to pop open. But that was my comment to Cassandra Fairbanks. I don't mean to insert myself into the whole conversation here, people, but between Cernovich, who's doing good work, I think he's doing God's work for, though is his wife Muslim? She is Iranian, but is she Christian? I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. She seems like a good person. Okay? But hashtag ISB. All right? We all know that. Hashtag ISB. Anyways, Cassandra, she brought this trans man to the party, and this is what happened. Okay, this is what happened. So you can't trust these people. All right, man. Thank you for joining Michael Thompson, which I don't know if you want to say if you were Magda W. I'm wondering. Doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter. You can make it a mystery. Have it a mystery night. Headed off to bed, man. Have a good evening. It's 4 o'clock in the morning here, Central European Time, which means it's coming up on 10 p.m. Eastern, American Eastern Time. Cernovich, you should be watching this, man. If it's 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Friday night. No, yeah, Friday would be Friday. Would it be Friday night? Yeah, it would be Friday night your time because I'm Saturday morning here. 10, so it would be 6 p.m. Yo, 6 p.m. Cernovich, you watching? Yo, sweet dreams, everybody who's leaving out. So that's the whole drama. That's what happened. That's how the new right got played. And I got to redo that Billy Joel song. Right? You know the Billy Joel song? What's the matter with the tie I'm wearing? Can you tell that the tie's too wide? Alt-right, new right, center right, it's still rock and roll to me. So it doesn't really matter. I could actually probably a pretty kick-ass song, dude. On my new album, bitches, my new album, which is called Smoke and Mirrors, available at holyjoe.bandcamp.com. You can check out what's already been recorded and what's already been released right now at holyjoe.bandcamp.com. Check out the previous album, my sixth. That's my sixth album, right? What I got? Six. The freak, man. I lost track, man. I got so many freaking albums out there now. But yeah, I guess my fifth album is New Genesis. Yeah, my fifth album is New Genesis. That's available at holyjoe.bandcamp.com. It has 7 pro-Trump theme songs on it. And then my sixth album, which is Smoke and Mirrors, right now has 7 tracks on it. And I'm going to have to do the new rock and roll. And maybe come up with some different lyrics, but, you know, alt-right, new right, center right, gigabyte. It's still rock and roll to me. I got to get some filters on that, okay? I'm still a little bit sick. You know, got to give me a break, okay? I'm a little bit sick here still. Anyhow, listen, folks, 38 minutes into this thing, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm still not tired of winning. This is Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Been coming at you live and definitely unscripted. And I want to thank you for watching. And I want to remind you to always make it happen for the captain. Because you're the mother effing captain. Baby.
Let's make America great again. I'm not tired of winning, my friends. Let's make America great again.